Okay, so you are getting the concepts.
Yes, yes, yes. If one or two things, if I don't understand, what I'll do is I'll just memorize the syntax. But then I realized if anyone asks meaning, why are you using
Mm,
like that, then I should be able to say like that. I was yeah.
mm.
For
Okay, the
example,
thing
that
is,
void main
yeah,
static.
this every class will hold the main function. You can
Ah,
go for main function in every class. Main is the
okay.
starting point of the class. Main represents when I'm calling this class, it will go always for my main function first. Okay, so
Okay.
that's why sometimes you see that I have not made main function in my this class. Why? Because I need only functions. Don't want to go for the main function. When I run this class, nothing
Because
will
this is the
happen.
parent one, you are not going to
Yeah, yeah.
execute it. You just
Mm,
wanted to inherit and derive from the parent. So
mm,
you did not mention main class here,
mm.
and you did not execute also this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
these kind of concepts I understood. Yeah.
okay. Now, oh, say now if you see my Toyota car is extending the car class. My Honda car is extending the car class. So car is a parent
Yeah.
class. We already know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what I have done here in this class, I'm making the object of my Honda car. Then I can make the object of my, say, I just comment this one, and I can use that Toyota car, say, TC1 equal to new Toyota car. Okay, same thing. Now, what I'm gonna do? Now these both class are.
One thing object like
Hmm,
in the sense, right, it is only we are calling only the object, right, but we can have everything, right? You commented just for now
yeah,
this purpose.
I just
Okay,
yeah I just commented it.
okay, okay, I got
Now
it.
these are the two classes. You can say two objects of different classes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and this is their object reference. Okay,
uh,
now what will I do? And these both are classes that are extending the car class. You can say the car class is the parent class, and these two classes are child class. Okay,
mhm.
now
Yeah, but you created a constructor for everything, that's why
yeah,
you are
yeah,
using yes, yeah.
yeah. Constructor is a different thing. Just right now, just remember the thing that I'm holding that this is the car class is my parent class, and these two classes are child classes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, now what can I do? Car C, that is object reference. This is the reference car C1. I will say C1. Okay, now I can use it as new Honda car. Now, what is this? Reference of the
Mhm.
parent class, and it is pointing towards the object of my child class.
So it is little
Okay.
bit getting complicated here from yeah.
Okay. Now,
So you are
what is this?
using, before we were using only object and their reference,
Yeah,
but now you are using parent and the object.
yeah, parent and the child object. Parent
Okay.
reference, parent reference. Okay. Now, what I have done here, reference of parent class is equal to object of child class. Okay. Now, why I'm doing this? Now, say when I say car C1 equal to new Honda car, I can say C1 dot start. Okay, say C1 uh, dot refuel. Okay, I can use all the functions, but I cannot use the functions that is only present in my Honda car. That is your GPS. I say C1 dot GPS. No, I'm cannot. Okay, so my parent reference can only use that function that are present in my parent class. Okay, so I cannot use the functions that are present only in my child class. Okay, now why I'm doing this, we will get to know. Suppose I say mm, mm, car C1 equal to new Honda car. Okay, I will just again comment this one and I say car C1 equal to null. Now, what will I do? C1 equal to new Honda car. Okay. Then I will do something like C1 dot start. Okay. Then I will say C1 equal to new Toyota car. Okay. I say mm, so you are not able to hear me?
My internet got disconnected.
Okay. So
So
what?
it went like hold, and then just now it came back. I don't know why this is just happened today.
Okay. Now, what the thing that you have last hear from me?
I heard like you first we were connecting the object to the reference, and now we are connecting the parent car C1 itself to the child Honda. That is what I
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah. So what I have done now, I have just commented out this one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now what I have done, car C1, that is my parent class. First, I have taken it as a null. Okay. Now I will use same reference, say C1 dot, I think so, name. Okay. Name it as say my Honda car one. Okay. Say C1 dot fuel capacity equal to say 500, and I will say C1 dot refuel. Okay. Now I will use the same reference C1 dot, sorry, C1 equal to, sorry, here first I have to do it, I have to make C1 equal to new Honda car. Okay. Then I will name it as name Honda car. Suppose if I just run this one. Okay. Uh, Run this one. Now it's a car constructor refueling car with name Honda car 1. Okay. Now
Mhm.
uh I just see I will start see dot start. Okay. Yeah. Say C1 dot start. Okay. Now if I say car starting Honda car 1, refueling car with name Honda car 1. Okay. Now I will use the same reference C1 equal to new Toyota car.
Toyota car.
Okay. I'm using the same reference and I'm pointing towards different object. Okay, now what will I do?
Mhm.
Say C1 dot name equal to, I name it as say Toyota car 1. name it as anything you want. Say C1 dot fuel capacity equal to say 800. Okay, I say C1 dot start and say C1 dot refuel. Okay, now if I run this now, you see car starting Toyota one, car starting Honda car one. Now, what I am doing, I am using the same reference for different objects. I can use this technique only for those classes who is extending this class. If there is a no relation between parent and child, I cannot do this. I'm using the same reference. You say I'm using the same reference and pointing towards different class. This is a very important concept. Because you see over here, here I'm just giving it null,
But why do you
and
create a null for first one alone? No, I did not know that. Yeah,
you can do it
C1
that
is
as
equal to
well.
null.
You can do that as this one. But I just want to show you that first it is null, then it will go with this one. If I do
Okay, okay.
this, okay. Now you see I can do it that as well. The no
Okay, but
nothing
just
there.
in case if you don't do C1, just if you create only the object, what it will take in that case, say if you don't refer to C1 and if you just say new Honda car, that time uh, which one it will refer to? Because now so many classes are here, right? So many parent, child. So
No,
in this
no.
case,
This is the only thing can be done in which I have my parent-child reference. Now here, if I say, suppose
okay,
this is a parent class, okay,
uh-huh,
and this is my child class, two,
okay,
three, and suppose this is the class that is not inheriting this class.
uh-huh,
Okay, now the thing I am just told you like same reference I can do with this, but not with this because it is not extending this class. This is not a parent class for this class. When there is a relation between a parent and a child, then only this can be used.
okay,
Okay. Now, why am you telling this? Because in the future, when we do the Selenium part, we will
mhm.
use the same reference for different, you can say, browsers. Okay,
Okay, for the
same.
main page. So let's say main page will be our parent, and we will be referring for landing to that main page everywhere from
No, no,
child.
no, 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 no.
Okay,
I'm using like say there is a thing known as driver. I web driver you can say. So that is the interface and the class like you say Chrome driver, your Firefox driver, all are implementing the same interface that is your web driver. So I
okay,
can use yeah. Do you will get to know when we do the thing. Don't
yeah. Right
get
now, I don't know
but
what driver is.
yeah,
Yeah, what is
yeah,
web?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But right now, just you have to know that okay, I'm using the same object reference and using
Okay,
on the different objects, and I can use this at only where that class is implementing my parent class.
okay, got it.
Okay, this time here, if I say car is my parent class and my Honda car and my Toyota car is my child class. That's why I
Mhm.
can use the same reference of my parent class.
Okay.
Okay. Now, say
So if anything extended, we cannot. If any, say for example, if I extended uh, any class, right? Like car
hmm
was extended for another one. So that cannot come under any child one.
repeat your question.
No, 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 no. Okay, let me try that, and then after that I'll ask. Yeah.
Okay, so this thing can only work where there's a relationship, where there is a, when I say is a child, the relationship between these are that this is a child, this is a parent, child, parent, child, parent. No relation, I cannot use the same object reference.
Okay.
Okay, just remember this thing. Now, suppose I will copy the refuel function here of this, okay, and go to my Honda car. I have already this now.
So we are going to
Now,
now different.
yeah, now
You're
suppose,
going to construct.
yeah, no, no, yeah, I'm not, I'm going for the functions. Now suppose if I just copy this and paste it over here, it will give me error that duplicate method. Okay, so, but if I'm doing this in my Honda car, I am allowed.
Mhm.
Okay, Honda class, then it will not give me any error. Now, the thing is, why I want this type of thing? Okay, the answer for this question is,
1 second. This is already there in the car, main car, parent. Then
yeah,
why are we copying again
yeah, yeah,
into the
yeah, yeah.
parent?
That's the question. That's the question. That why are we copying? Because what I want a different implementation of this function in my child class. Okay. Now, in place of 10, I want to do it 20.
Okay.
Okay. So this is different implementation. This is known as function override. I have to write override.
Um, that
Okay.
that is true, but that is within the same class. If you have to use the same function, but in this
Yeah.
already main parent will be having the same function, right? But now let's say
Mm-hmm.
car is the
Mm-hmm.
parent that will have refuel and refuel again, like two parameter, but that we are again calling through the constructor. So why will
Mm-hmm.
I again copy this in the constructor as a duplicate one,
Yeah.
like as a memory
Yeah.
wastage?
Yeah. Because I suppose if I just go to theoretical part, suppose if you want your thing to be called as car, then you should have refuel. So I have made my car. So car says, okay, if you want to call as a car, you should have refuel. So I'm providing the refuel functionality. Okay. So
uh,
same functionality is there in every car for refuel. But
yes.
I come and I say that I will give you 10% extra. It is giving me 10, but I will give you 10% extra. So how will I will gonna implement in my Honda car? I will just override this function
Okay.
and I giving it as a 20. Now this function will be used by from my side. Like you will have to use this function like this because I have I'm repeating my point. Different implementation of the same function. Here refueling will give.
Okay, I got your point. So in that case, will you be using with the same name, or is it mandatory you have to use a different name and different parameter? For example, I can like I know you're going to add few extra things in the constructor, but is it okay to use the same like a refuel
No,
itself?
no. Why are you calling about the constructor? There is no constructor thing involving
No,
in
no,
this.
that
Ah,
inside the constructor, like inside the constructor, like because you used here as a constructor, right? That name first. So because of the more constructor, so in that case, I
it's
was
a
keep
no, no,
on.
no. That's a package
No, no,
name.
I don't like
Package.
that.
That's a
That
package
because of
name
that, I
because
was calling that as a constructor class.
no, 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 this is for just thing that for mine. Like I have studied construct. I have just given a package name. That is only the name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't.
I know.
Okay. So I'm just saying that different implementation of the same function that is present in the parent class, but I want that that function behave differently in my child class. Okay.
Okay,
So
I understood that, but can you use
mm,
refuel itself? So same function only. You
yeah,
no need to change any name.
yeah. If I just go for refuel function, then it will go for this function only. It will
Uh,
increase the capacity by 10 only. But what
uh,
I want to increase the capacity of my car with 10 more. Okay, so what will I do? I cannot do it here because this is the function that is used by this is a
yeah.
common function. This is a common function.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
I am providing extra feature to my Honda car. Okay, so this is known as function overriding.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, same function name, but the implementation is different. You say the same parameters, no parameter, no parameter.
So
Okay,
this is called overriding function.
yeah, function overriding.
Okay.
Okay,
So
whichever.
overriding can only happen in function or any other feature,
Means.
like overriding. Like now, lot of topics are there, right? Object in
Yeah,
this.
function overriding means
Uh-huh.
same function name, but implementation is different. Now it's
Okay,
doing in the parent and child class. Parent class has the same function name, but I am overriding this function in my child class because
with
I want,
different values.
yeah, with different implementation.
Okay.
Different implementation. I want this fuel capacity to be increased by 10. So I have just used it plus 20. Here in this it is plus 10. Suppose fuel capacity is 100. When I call this function, it becomes 110. But when you calling for my class, Honda class, your fuel capacity will go to 120.
Yeah.
Okay, that is different implementation of the same function.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Uh,
So we saw inheritance, constructor,
mm-hmm.
overrider,
Like,
extended, and parent-child relationship, and then
okay.
uh, new
So,
class assigning to the child class assigning to the parent class. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
these
Okay.
concepts we
Now,
covered.
yeah. Now, if I talk about say interface, next thing we will talk discuss about is interface.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's make one more package. Say package. I name it as interface study.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now in this class, uh, suppose, yeah. Here I'll just close all.
This is new one, right? Nothing to
Yeah.
related with.
No, 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 no. This is a new topic.
Mhm.
Now, how to add interface? New. Now you say this is not a class, it's a interface.
Okay.
Okay. Now, interface names is a animal. Okay, so there's no main method, nothing is there. Just click on finish. Now, this is your interface. Okay, now say I will say
So we
public.
know package means folder, class means
Yeah,
main,
yeah, yeah.
class
Now,
means the skeleton main item. From there only things flows like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like that interface.
Interface is a different thing. You will get to know what is
Okay.
interface.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if you have three methods, public void move, public void run, okay, and say public void sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this is an animal I'm talking about. Animal can move, animal can run, animal can sleep. Okay. Now, what will I do? I will say add class. Now I'm not adding interface, I am adding class. Okay. Class name say cat. Okay. It has, I'm not going for the main method right now. I say finish. Now, suppose when I say I want to inherit this interface, I have to do it like say uh, extends. Suppose when I say inheritance, if I want to inherit another class, so I will say public class cat extends and my class names. Okay, class name can be, but to use interface, we are not going to use for the going for the keyword extend. We are going for the keyword implements. Implements animal. Okay, now when I do this, it will give me error. It says add unimplemented methods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now my what is interface? Interface is just for function your function name.
Yeah.
but no function definition is there. Only function name.
No
It
action
is
also is there. Yeah.
okay. No function definition is there. That what is
Uh-huh.
going to do. I just declare my method name or you can say function names here. And then whosoever is implementing this interface have those things.
No return value or nothing. No input value.
For here is just you can say uh, if suppose if there are two functions, I have to apply two functions. So this is not there, not third function. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it is three functions here, then I have to apply three functions here.
Uh,
Otherwise it will give me error.
okay. But why override is all by itself is taking
Yeah,
like
it
me?
will it will take automatically.
Okay. So
Okay,
basically
now
implement means override will come because we are inheriting
yeah,
values.
but yeah, it is not inheriting. It is implement. The
Okay.
word implements all. If you go for the word meaning of implements, implements means you can say I'm implementing something that is predefined.
Mm-hmm.
That is predefined. I'm implementing that thing. Okay, I'm following something. Okay, that means if you are going to use interface, interface is a set of rules. If you want to use this interface, okay, you have these functions. Whatever the function I have declared in my interface, if you want to implement my interface or that interface, you have to go for the all the functions that is defined because that is named in my interface.
Yeah. The main
Okay.
which is parent. Yeah.
Yeah. Now suppose I say simple print statement, say cat moving. Okay. And say cat running. Okay. And say cat sleeping. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, rather than this, this class can has its own functionality as well. Okay. Now I can say it has the functionality of public void hunt. Okay. I say just
See, for
that
this
cat.
override did not come automatically.
No, because it has its own functionality.
Uh, uh.
This is the functionality that is with the
Oh,
cat
inherited
class
from the
only.
animal. Yeah. I
No,
mean,
no, no.
implement.
It
Yeah, got
it
from
is
implementation.
no, 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 no. This function is only present in this class only. This is not present in my interface.
That is true. Whatever from the interface you got it, for that that override will come.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
and rather than this, it has this class has its own functionality as well. That cat can hunt. Okay. Now, say I will add one more class in this. Say test animal. Say I will go with my main method. Okay.
This is the
Now,
main method.
yeah, it's a main method. Why main? Because when I run this, this is the starting method of my class for this class. Okay. Now, what will I do? I will say animal a equal to new
New animal.
animal,
Yeah.
but it will
And
give me an
a dot.
error. But it will give me an error. We cannot make an
Uh,
object. If you see here, it will give me error. You see, cannot say the type animal because animal is an interface. So you cannot make an object of the interface. Okay? You cannot
okay. But that
make,
does not have any class as well.
pardon,
No. Okay. Like
animal
no.
is an interface. animal is an interface. How can I make an object of any class, anything, like using the word keyword new? When I use new, it will give me an error that you cannot make an cannot insert the
Anything.
type
Mm,
animals. Okay,
okay.
so that means you cannot make an object of interface. Okay, but when I say uh, animal a equal to new animal, now animal a is not giving me any error. So
Mm-hmm.
you can make an object reference. You can make a reference of the interface. Now, why I'm telling you this, you will get to know. Just comment this one. First, what will I do? Say cat c equal to new cat. Okay. Now, c dot move says c dot uh, c dot say run, c dot say sleep, and c dot hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These are the things uh, that this cat class can do. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will add one more class, a new class, and name it as say elephant. Okay. There is no main method. I'm not going to write anything. Okay. Now again, this elephant will implement animal interface. Now again, it will give me error that you have to go for the this thing. Okay. And I will say just print this statement here and say elephant moving.
It is like duplicating, right?
Yeah, duplicating. I'm implementing the interface. That interface says if you are implementing me, then you should have these function.
Okay. Okay. So basically, the main what I, like how we had like before the function, right? I thought we can use that main animal itself because those all are the one having the main functions, and that we can implement for the elephant as well without copying the system thing, without copying the function.
Um, I'm not able to understand your question.
No, no. Like now
Hmm.
you are creating a new class for elephant, right? New
Hmm,
class,
hmm,
and you
hmm.
are trying to say implement animal. Then in that case, automatically whatever is in the animal, want it come here by default.
Yeah, yeah. It, when I say the rule says when I want to implement interface, interface says if you are implementing me, then you have all those functions that is defined in my interface. You should
Okay.
have those functions. Otherwise, you cannot implement. Why you are implementing in an animal? Because cat is also an animal. Elephant is also an animal. If I make one more class, say line, then lion is also an animal. Suppose I will make one more class buffalo. Buffalo is an animal. So all those classes will implement animal because when there is say is a or is an, there is a relation of parent and child again. But right now I'm implementing that this is an
Oh,
animal. Okay, implement it.
okay. So let's say like this, you got all the common functions which you got implemented from the main animal. But let's say animal color or animal weight. So like that,
Yeah,
when you create, you can add more separate properties for for
yeah,
elephant under uh, elephant class, which
yeah.
right?
Yeah, because you see that the same functionality now here move means elephant moving, okay, elephant say elephant
Sleeping and
running, elephant. So the sleeping of you can say your elephant is like they can sleep by standing, but when I'm talking about the cat, it cat will lie down and start sleeping. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they are sleeping, but in a different way. Okay,
Mode of
but
sleeping is different.
yeah, if you but say that is you can say both are animal. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if I'm talking about male and female, I say about say Rakesh, Rajesh, say your Srinivasan. See, these all are males, but with different names. Some is Rajesh, some is Rakesh, some is Srinivasan. But what are they? They are male. They are belonging to single community that is known as male. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I have said the single community animal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the thing that I have done here. Okay. Now say uh, here. What will I do? I say reference of I already see that I can make a reference of my interface. Okay. Now what will I do? I will say new cat. Okay. Now I am pointing towards new cat. Okay. I say a dot say move. Okay. And after that I will using the same variable
Mm,
equal to new elephant. I'm
one
using this.
object, 1 second. Why do you put
Hmm,
cat? It should be animal of animal, but you're taking everything from cat from the first animal. Like
I have
say
already told you you cannot make an object of interface. So I cannot make an new animal here. But
that is
I
okay. That I understood. But then for everything you're putting cat, right? That is what I was asking. Like so basically you're taking cat and then for another for elephant also you're using that same right cat.
yeah,
That is
same reference. I'm not using cat. I'm not talking about the object. I'm talking about the reference.
okay.
This is
Okay.
A is a object reference. A is not at all an object. We have
Okay.
clearly discussed this thing before. That
Uh,
A is not at all an object. A is reference to the object. So now my reference is my interface reference.
okay.
And I'm using that reference to pointing towards the cat class. Now I'm using the same reference pointing towards my elephant class. Okay, here I will
Hmm.
say A dot move. Okay, now if I run this, cat moving, elephant moving. Same functions is there, move, but this is going to use my cat class. This is going to use my elephant class. So the same referencing I'm using for different classes, and it can be done only in that thing that where there is a relationship of implements, or you can say parent and child thing. Okay, now every when I say every cat is an animal, every elephant is an animal, there is a relationship between the two. When there is a relationship, you can go for the same thing. Now again the same thing. My here is my interface. Is what is my interface?
Uh,
Animal.
animal.
Okay, I have animal. Now it is implements the you can say your cat and your elephant as well. Okay, so I can use the same reference for these classes who is implementing this interface. But I cannot again go for this class because it is not implementing this
Yeah.
interface. Okay, okay,
So
so
this
this is a
concept is
concept.
little bit confusing. I mean, this concept is confusing. It's
It's
not
the
like
same for you can say same for what I have done here. If I say here, what I have done here, I'm using the same concept here. Car class, my this class is extended by this class and your this class. So there is a relationship between the two. But right now I'm talking about interface, just the difference of that only. Here as well, I have done this thing. I'm using the same reference. of my parent class and pointing towards different child class. Okay, the same thing I have done here.
Okay.
I'm using the reference of my interface because I cannot make an object of the interface. So I am using the same reference and pointing towards different classes which is implementing this interface. I can only do it. Now suppose if I make a new class here, say any class, name it as suppose car.java, and it is not implementing that animal interface, then I cannot use this concept there. Okay, if you see, I'll just show it to you. Say class and name it as car. That is, now my car is not an animal. I know. Okay, I'm not going to implement my animal. Suppose if I go here, yeah. Now suppose a equal to new, say, car. It will give me error.
Mm.
Okay? Let car implement element. See, he you can say it is saying that please let car implement element. Now, if I because car is not an animal, but if I suppose I will just click on it, you see, car implement animal. Say make
No.
unimplement this animal move, animal run, element sleeping. You say car move, car run, car sleeping. Car cannot sleep.
Car can move.
Car can move, can run, but cannot sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why car is not an animal. I'm not going to implement this one. Now here it is now it is not giving me any error because I am implementing this interface. But if I'm not implementing this interface, then I cannot use this class pointing the same interface of my animal A. I cannot do this. Okay? The concept is that if you are using the interface and the whichever the class is implementing that interface, I can use this concept, same object reference, or you can say same reference of my interface and use it on the different classes where it is implementing.
Okay.
Okay, this is just a you can say mm, thing that you have to understand.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
yeah, among all the classes, this class is confusing for me. Like while watching itself,
Mm.
this one interface alone is little hard for me, but I will check it. Yeah.
Interface is just nothing. It's a set of rules.
No, that part it I understood. The last the way you connect the common things, right? I think that one maybe I did not understand properly. Like in the sense I understood, but I have to try it and see.
Yeah, because you see that every cat is an animal, every elephant is an animal. Now I can make one more class, say like your giraffe class. Every giraffe is an animal. You know, now every giraffe is an animal, every you can say lion is an animal, every buffalo is an animal. Whatever the you can say animal name you can give me, that is an animal. When there is a or is an relationship is there, there means parent and child. Now, why I'm going for because every animal can sleep, every animal can run, every animal can you can so eat. Now, not every animal can go for hunting. The fellow is not going for hunting, so that is a specific function that that not every animal can have. Okay, so this is the thing that I'm going for the common functions that is common for all. Now, if I say I want to open the browser, how can I open the browser? I just say go to my Chrome, then I have to click on it. If I want to open the Edge, I will go to Edge, click on it. So clicking is a common function. So
Hmm.
I will say, okay, whatever the browsers there are, the common function is click. So I will just introduce one interface and I write, uh, say, click. And I command all the browsers. If you want to sound as browsers, you have to follow me, follow my interface. When they follow my interface, that function is compulsory in their class. The thing is that only that Whatever the thing I have to make compulsory for everything, I have to go for the interface. Okay, if you want to implement this interface, then you have, you can say that functions in your class, whatever there I have named, not defined. No function definition. Okay, no function
Okay.
definition, only function name is allowed. That you have these functions. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
right now I'm halting because it will
Yeah.
be confusing for you. Okay, just watch the video and do the points. It will be very easy for you to understand what, because I have given you some examples that is easy to understand. You just watch the
Okay.
recording and follow me point to point. You will get to understand.
Yeah. Yeah.